Today we'll discuss about the question answers from your chapter exercise 1C numericals. Our first question is a simple pendulum completes 40 oscillations in 1 minute. So find its frequency and time period. Frequency is number of oscillations made in 1 second. Okay. So in your question it is given 40 oscillations in 1 minute. To find out the frequency we need 40 oscillations in 1 second. Yes, so 1 second means we know that 1 minute is equals to 60 seconds, so we have to convert the minute into 60 seconds so that we will know per second how many number of oscillations are there. So the answer is number of oscillations in a minute, which is given in your question, is 40. Number of oscillations in a second, to find out that we are dividing it by 60, and when you divide it you will get 0.67 per second. S to the power minus 1 means per second, because second is in the denominator. 60 seconds, no, it is in the denominator. So whenever any unit is in the denominator we have to put the power as minus 1. Okay, per second, or another unit is hertz. Okay, so your frequency is equals to 0.67 hertz. Time period is 1 by frequency, so which is equal to 1 by 0.67 equals to 1.5 seconds. Okay, question number 2 is the time period of a simple pendulum is 2 seconds. What is its frequency? Time period is given 2 seconds. Frequency and time period, what is the relation? It is 1 by frequency is 1 by time period. Okay, so if in your question it is given time period is 2 seconds, the frequency will be 1 by 2 seconds, which is equals to 0.5 per second or 0.5 hertz. And then in your question it is given what name is given to such a pendulum. If you study about it, you will know that in the 7th point, page number 23, just the page before, the pendulum, okay, with the time period of oscillation equal to 2 seconds. When your time period of oscillation is equal to 2 seconds, it is called as seconds pendulum. Okay, so such a pendulum whose time period is 2 seconds is called as seconds pendulum. Clear? Third question. A seconds pendulum is taken to a place where acceleration due to gravity falls to 1/4. How is the time period of pendulum affected, if at all? Give reason and what will be its new time period. So in your question it is given that a seconds pendulum is taken. Seconds pendulum means where time period is 2 seconds. Okay, so a seconds pendulum is taken to a place where acceleration due to gravity falls to 1/4. Acceleration due to gravity falls to 1/4. Now we know that t is directly inversely proportional to root of acceleration due to gravity. T is inversely proportional to 1 by root over g. According to the question, we know g is falling to 1/4. Okay, that means our new g will be actually 1/4 of g. Understood? If we take our new g dash, let g dash be our acceleration due to gravity after it had fallen to 1/4. So according to question, if g falls to 1/4, then t is doubled. Okay, so how it is doubled, I have put one arrow mark and you can see t is equals to, or you can write directly proportional to 1 by root over 1. What is that? That is actually g. Okay, g value, root over g value, na? Root over g is equals to 1 by 4, so 1 by 4. Now if you take root out, we know 2 square, root will be half. So instead of root over 1 by 4 we can write 1 by 2. Yes, so that 2 will go to the numerator, t is equals to 2, or directly proportional to 2. So from here we can understand that when g falls to 1/4, t is doubled. That's why I put it in a bracket. Okay, now how is the time period affected? See, in a question it is written, how is the time period of the pendulum affected? So let the affected time period or the new time period be t dash, and let g dash be the acceleration due to gravity. Okay, so we'll find out the ratio to find out the difference between both, how it is affected. So t, which is the previous time period, and t dash is the new time period. T by t dash equals to root over g dash by g. Okay, so After that, which is equals to, we know that g dash, acceleration due to gravity, that means our new acceleration which is given in your question. It is written that acceleration due to gravity falls to 1/4 of the acceleration due to gravity. So 1/4 of g divided by the normal, which is g is there. Okay, after that g gets cancelled, so t by t dash is equals to root over 1/4. Root over 1/4 becomes 1/2, and then this t dash left hand side will go up whenever it goes to the other side to the equal sign, it gets multiplied. So similarly this 2 will come to the other side. Now in the question it is written that it is of seconds pendulum. Yes, it is seconds pendulum. So the seconds pendulum is t time period is 2. Okay, so your t dash will be equals to 2 into 2, 4 seconds. Question number 4. Find the length of seconds pendulum at a place where g is equals to 10 meter per second square and pi is equals to 3.14. So they are asking us to find out the length of a seconds pendulum. Okay, and acceleration due to gravity is given. Now according to the formula, we know t is equals to 2 pi root over L by g, and we have to find out the L value. Okay, so since it is seconds pendulum, t will be equal to 2, so 2 gets cancelled. Okay, and then this pi which is attached to that root, this pi, it is in will go to the other side, left hand side, so it will become 1 by pi, and to the other side it will be L by 10. 10 means it is g value. Okay, so when you square both sides, your square root will go, so 1 by pi square equals to L by 10, so L will be equals to 10 by pi square. Pi is 3.14, so 3.14 whole square. When you square it up and when you divide it, you will get your value to be L is equals to 1.0142 meter. Clear? Our next question is, compare the time period of two pendulums of length 1 meter and 9 meter. Okay, so again here t1 by t2 is equals to, t1 value is 2 pi root over L by g, no? That L value is 1 meter, and then t2 is 2 pi root over L by g, same, but in this the length is 9 meter. In one you have written 1 meter, in the other one 9 meter. Okay, so whichever is common they have cancelled. After cancelling you will get t1 by t2 equals to root over 1 by 9. So when you take the square root out, you will get that, you will find out 1 by 3. So t1 is to t2 is equal to 1 is to 3. Okay, that is the time period.